over the end line.
Like 80. Hey, they scared. They scared.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram, and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They start with a give to Conner, and he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot. Help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And an alley to run. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The former 1st-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Get ready.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Think about some of the memorable performances that Ben Roethlisberger's had over the years, and one of them came against the Ravens. He threw 6 touchdowns back in 2014 in a win against Baltimore. And actually, now that I think about it, that was on the heels of a 6-touchdown performance in a win over Indianapolis the week prior. So October 2014 was kind of Big Ben. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Show that bench release and go. Block it. Block it.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the blitz coming, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That's complete to White. Well, they work this well upfield across the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Here's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now it's Roethlisberger. He can run for it, and he will. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
And now off to the races, down the right side, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. A gain there of 21 yards.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. On second down, Connor looking for space. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 42 yards. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the second.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Purnell McPhee able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Dancing to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
48,
Now Ben on third and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And this one is right down Broadway. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Bud Dupree drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Harris now to return. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
180.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He may try and run for this. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Roethlisberger. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward, and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Boys,
50 seconds to Mike.
Roethlisberger. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
I got 19. He's mine. He's not going anywhere.
On third down, Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
He needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just 1 big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're 1 big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Ingram right through it.
Boom, bam, biff.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ingram again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He can run for it, and he will. And not only did he not get in the end zone. He didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now it's the backup Rudolph. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. On first down, White. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. White. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Rudolph. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
50, plant.
Stay in situation. Let's go.
Now it's Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the fourth quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a first down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the fourth quarter. Picked up the first, stopped the clock, too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain.
There he goes, right side. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. The final score now from Oakland. And it was the Raiders who were able to come away with a victory there. A win would be their second on the young season. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Rudolph now to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now Rudolph. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
3 down.
Go. 5.
Here we go on fourth. Rudolph. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. On second and a couple, Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Watch out.
Stepping, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's into the clear. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown. And in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it. Still catching.